This is our servant leadership team report for APC 6. So who completed the project? Quentin Lewick, myself, Killian Mielotz, and Jacob Kaufman. We are all third-year pharmacy students at Concordia University, Wisconsin. So the project that we completed, we created a presentation about general medication safety, as well as information on the opioid epidemic that is going on currently. So why did we do this project? We decided to create a presentation to educate a younger audience about medication safety. We talked amongst ourselves and figured out that when we were in high school, we were not informed nearly as much about medication safety or what medications were in general, as well as the dangers of opioids. This project really gives the opportunity to communicate with those younger students and give them more information and tools about medications and the possible dangers with them. So how did we do this really, or when, where, and who? So we gave the presentation to a 9th grade health class at Washington High School, or several health classes. We originally were going to go in on April 3rd and give live lectures to 4 different 9th grade health classes, but we decided on, after this whole COVID crisis is going on, we recorded the lecture on April 8th, and we sent out the link to the health teacher in which she had the classes watch the video and then fill out our survey for us that we'll talk about later. So materials used for the project, we created the presentation through PowerPoint by all 3 of us. We used Zoom to record the presentation, and then we used YouTube to distribute it. So we recorded the lecture, posted to YouTube, and then we gave the link to the high school professor. And then we also sent them a SurveyMonkey link to get feedback from the students after they listened to the presentation.
All right, so then with the results of our project, we have the summary of our results, the numbers that we interacted with, and then positive results. So you'll actually see the numbers that we had on the next slide, but overall we had 64 students that completed our survey. So we had at least 64 students that were able to see our presentation and give us some feedback and see how much they've learned about the medication safety and the opioid crisis. So out of the results, a majority of them did say that they were either confident or very confident on either teaching other peers about medication safety or seeing signs of an opioid overdose. But then you can see one of our lacking results was that people weren't as confident on how to use naloxone. So then we'll go over to the highlights of our project. So overall, we thought that we had good teamwork and planning and preparing all the PowerPoints and SurveyMonkeys together. That was probably one of the biggest things, was trying to find time to work together to get this project done. It being 3rd year, we all had different schedules. So I think that all of us would agree that being able to coordinate our schedules together and get this PowerPoint set up and then distribute it out to the high school in a timely manner was a pretty big accomplishment. And then it was also great to see that we were able to impact quite a wide range of students. We originally planned to maybe impact, I believe it was like 30 or 40 students, but at least doubling that number was great to see. And then we were able to raise some awareness about medication safety and the opioid abuse for high-risk populations, especially with the high school students. They probably will be seeing some type of opioids when they're there, so being able to teach them at this point was a big highlight for us. So then what could we improve for next time? So we had prepared Kahoot quizzes for both the medication safety and opioid abuse sections, but we weren't able to send those out to the students due to the virtual learning. So maybe that could be something that we could improve next time, maybe incorporate more questions into our original presentation and try to do more learning for the future. And then we were unable to determine student engagement or encouragement via the recorded presentation. So we did see the 64 students that did at least do the survey, but not sure if that actually correlated with them watching the entire presentation or just part of the presentation and just completing the survey questions. So it's tough to say if that's something that we could improve on in the future. And then the last thing that we weren't able to demonstrate was that some students weren't able to see how Narcan was actually administered. So originally, in our in-person presentation, we were going to have Narcan spray, demonstrate how to use it, and then pass that around for people to actually experience what it is to give Narcan. But with our presentation, we had an embedded video, so again, there was chances that people weren't able to view that video and really understand how to give Narcan. And that overall is our servant leadership project for APC 6. Thank you for your time.